It's Week 8 of the 2028 season. And we're going to look here at Derrick Henry. He had a great week to build off of last time out, reaching triple digits and adding 2 touchdowns.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The numbers for him from a week ago: 7 carries, 58 yards.
And only 7 carries in last week's game, and I just don't know how any runner can really get loose and feel like they're into the game with that few carries. You've got to get that number up to around 15.
We're operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep, and the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, Jackson completes it again to Dobbs.
The 30, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if you're wondering how fast he was going, next-gen stats clocked him at close to 21 miles an hour.
Tucker down to kick it away following the touchdown.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
So now here are the Dolphins getting set for their first drive. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year quarterback. They go play action here on 1st down. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start.
Ready? Right there, hurt. Hey, guys.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Throwing left side, it's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant.
And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Derrick Henry.
His 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, His teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
Just a 4-play drive that time. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Taking it about the 1. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game.
And they are a game under 500 now following the loss a week ago. And this is a team, Charles, that just has not been able to string victories together.
Yeah, they're certainly going the wrong way, aren't they? Because it looked like they had things pointing in the right direction, but now they've lost 2 straight, and that means this game is vital. Extremely important, because if they fall 2 games below 500, the road back into playoff contention, awfully difficult.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They go play action with Jackson. Trying to lay one up deep. That is caught. It's Bateman for a Raven touchdown.
For all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story. That's a full 67 yards in the air. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. And you see his numbers from a week ago. He was up over 100 yards then, and he's already hit pay dirt here once in this one.
We always talk about quarterbacks and receivers getting into rhythm, right? Really feeling good, finding each other downfield. I think running backs operate the same way. They can hit.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
Buying time to his left. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback, a rolling left, and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper position and get anything on the ball as you heave it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the result. On 2nd and 15 now. Jackson. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to...
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, able to slither by. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
On 1st and 10, it's Badnewz.
Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play.
While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Now Badnewz again on 2nd down.
It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
This defense for the Dolphins, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession, as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
Now it's Jackson.
Open man is Bateman. It's complete.
He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 23 yards, the final tally.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree.
Daniel, he's going to ask him to take a closer look at this call, and out comes a challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide, and I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things, but even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So good decision there by Mike McDaniel to throw that challenge flag. They rule in his favor.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
19 tight.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down.
This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely.
And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. He'll look to throw. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A first down carry for Henry. And taken down just shy of the 40. The Dolphins at 6-1 now through 7 weeks of the season. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw. He's got his tight end Fant. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On play action, they'll throw. His throw incomplete.
What would look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he still makes a catch, even though it was tapped by the linebacker. And he is going to lose yardage here. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Rolling to his right. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. And this is taken in at the 5. And he will step out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. On 1st and goal, they'll try the option left. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year, number 6 overall. And the Dolphins go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Partner, it wasn't that long ago that when I talk with these NFL coaches about different innovations in the college game, you can see their eyes roll and they just shut down right away. Don't bring me that Joe College stuff. Well, guess what? The college game has definitely infiltrated its way into the NFL.
Yeah, and these guys, when you're seeing the option defensively, you got to stick to your assignments. I know that's cliche. They didn't do it there.
And option football means exactly what you just talked about, assignment football for defenders. And that drives them crazy because you have to think your way through a play as opposed to just reacting and making the play.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field as we eat closer and closer to intermission. Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Jackson now. He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And they work this well upfield across the 45. First down now, but that clock rolling.
Now it's Jackson. Slant route, he's got Downs. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 24 yards.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
Tucker's kick is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's got a man, complete. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. That's caught over the middle by Fant. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Again, he'll drop to throw. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Touchdown! Noah Fant. as the first half is winding down. And the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will make this a 4-point game. 5 plays there on that drive. And it's Noah Fant who caps things off with the touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw left side to start things out. And he'll be out right at the 35. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Inside handoff, Henry. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. First down, here's the run with Cook. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll set up to throw. The quick slant caught. Touchdown, Dolphins. Noah Fant, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it's Noah Fant who caps things off with the touchdown. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
Here's Jackson. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun, it's Jackson. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Dolphin football. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him, and what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. So shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, this is the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter. Back now in Baltimore. The offense on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Well, that's one way to convert on 3rd down, picking up 26 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. And option handoff here to Dobbins.
Ravens. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Here's Jackson to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
From the 6. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. Out to his left. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Holding offense.
So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And oh, he coughed it up, and it's picked up by the Ravens. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. 22 yards there. A 1st down. Now Jackson. And his throw is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing is Jackson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. This one caught by his tight end, Andrews. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. They'll run with Badnewz. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Jackson trying to hustle his unit up quickly to the left. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the 4th. Throwing, Jackson. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board. But job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Jackson's throw into the hands of Badnewz. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Dobbins going to take the handoff on the option. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Got a little antsy there from his Mike linebacker position.
Partner, there's times you think you've timed up the quarterback's cadence. You think you've got a read on it. He might have thought it on that play. He was wrong.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 22 yards. And the Ravens have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Takes it at the 7. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So the Dolphins now down by 7. 1:16 remaining. Their long win streak in great peril as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle
His 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Here we go now as we get set for a big two-point conversion. They'll try and throw for it. It's complete. And he is in for the two. I still can't believe they went for it, but they've got themselves a lead here late in the ball game. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now it's the Ravens' turn, trailing by one after the two-point conversion. 1:07 remaining. And they're in danger of a third straight loss as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Connecting with Andrews. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Jackson. That is caught. Rashad Bateman. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Jackson to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Jackson. To the sideline, and it's caught, but boy, he's out of bounds. Well, they try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll be third down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions, and that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Now Jackson finds his receiver, Watson. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So here comes Justin Tucker in a big spot. This to almost certainly win the football game. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. But he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes it's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure.
And that's caught inside the 35. Close ball game comes to an end. On their last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
So for the Ravens,
They're back to 500 as they move to 4-4 on the year.
and they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns.